What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and welcome to Thursday, July the 21st, to the Treetop News. I'm your hostess, Tree of Logic. Now, we have a great show for you today, but I just want to let you guys know that I really, as always, appreciate you guys when you give me feedback, and of course, when you comment in the comments section, and also give my videos a like. So I really don't have much to talk about right now. I want to thank you all for coming to my live stream last night. It was a doozy. I did do some follow-up, and I'll talk about that on the live stream tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this on a Thursday, remember, I live stream every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll give you an update on what's going on with Gazi Kozo. I think that's how you pronounce that fool's name. Anyway, without further ado, let's get down to international news. So it looks like the Germans are going to go stinky to get back at Putin. You can't make this up. This is from my Telegram. I highly suggest you guys follow me. It is awesome. It's awesome. And I'm not saying that because, I have it. I am very active on my Telegram. If you would like to follow me, if you have a Telegram, like don't sign up for a Telegram, just to follow me. Like, you can bookmark it. So if you don't have Telegram, you don't necessarily have to get the app. You can just basically go to my link and you can bookmark it, and then you can just check out my news that I upload several times a day throughout the day. But if you do have Telegram, you can feel free to follow me. Once again, link is available in the description. I think I've only had Telegram for like a month now, and I am in love with it. Absolutely love it. So let's look at this. Let's read this here in reference to what Germany is doing. Germany began to wash less often to spite Putin. Why? Just these people. Oh my God, they got, how in America, when Trump was in office, a lot of people on the left and a couple of never Trumpers had TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. Now we got Putin derangement syndrome because Germany got it bad. Poland is next though. It goes Germany and then Poland. They're going crazy over booty cakes. The majority of German residents are trying to save gas to save the country from freezing in winter, according to the INSA survey. 52% begin to take a shower less often and faster so as not to waste hot water. Ooh, they're going to be staking this winter. I swear they're going to be staking. Almost half of the respondents bought emergency generators in case the power outage. That's very smart. 44% of Germans residents are ready to protest against high fuel and energy prices. The day before, the Russian president called the calls of Western leaders to wash less to spite Putin crazy. One of the first to make such an initiative was the Vice Chancellor of Germany, Habeck. If you guys really think, listen, I know we got just about a handful of those of you who are in Germany, and we have our famous tater, Master Chef Mike. But I want you guys to know, those of you in Germany, if you really think that your political leaders are actually they're not taking baths, they're not going into saunas, because saunas and steam rooms are very popular in Germany. If you think they're taking quick showers, think again. They are not. Their lives are not going to change because of Putin. Their habits are not going to change. They're not going to sacrifice. You guys are going to sacrifice. But you know what? You're going to put up with this until probably, I guess, February. You're going to wake up and realize this is just nonsense. But you brought it on yourselves. You brought it on yourselves. That's all I got to say. Let's talk about what's going on in Denmark, y'all. Hello, base department. Like to file. I like to file the case, okay? Denmark bans Muslim ghettos. But also not only that, though, but Denmark cracked down against Muslims will separate toddlers from moms. Now, this is a very interesting article. I will read... I guess I'll read a little bit from both of these right here. But I'll make sure I'll keep a link to both of these articles in the description box so you can read them in full, because I'm not going to go over all of them. In Denmark, you will find several apartments or housing slums of migrants, usually having a majority population of non-Westerners ethnicities. These areas are known as ghettos, and it is hard to find a Danish residing in this area. In the not-so-naughty times, people were kept forcibly segregated from others in ghettos. But now times have changed. In Denmark, several ghettos of Islamists have developed that do not allow people of other communities to enter them. Furthermore, in Denmark, these ghettos have become criminal hubs. There is growing concern that the concentration of minorities in these ghettos could have a negative impact on national security and indigenous culture. In order to fully clean up the country, Denmark has started ripping down ghettos. And so this is a process that they're going to be dealing with for the next couple of years. And what they're going to do when they tear down the ghetto, they're going to be relocating the families there into other areas. So in other words, they're forcing into, before I even finish the sentence, can't you just see the trouble that's coming upon the horizon? So they're going to force the people that were in these ghettos into the Danish community, into the Danish suburban areas and the city areas. They're going to no more collection of them in one single area. They're going to just diverse. They're going to sprinkle them all throughout Denmark. Woo! Okay, Denmark. Okay, I read this part. Okay, so we're going to go to Denmark's crackdown against Muslims will separate toddlers from moms. According to the new rule, ghetto children will be separated from their families once they turn 1 year old for at least 24 hours each week for mandatory lessons in Danish values. Denmark's government is introducing radical new laws to regulate the lives of low-income Muslims living in ghettos in an effort to protect Danishness, according to a government plan. One of these policies will include separating babies from their mothers for several hours a day to instill Danish values in them. In Denmark, the word we already know what ghetto means, but I'll go ahead and read this. In Denmark, the word ghetto describes a neighborhood with more than 1,000 residents with the following attributes. Over 50% of the residents are immigrants from non-Western countries, and at least 40% are unemployed, and 2.7% have criminal convictions. Many right-leaning political leaders consider these areas as holes, Holes, in Denmark's map, where Danish language and cultures is seemingly lost to generations after generations of immigrants. Should I read the rest of this? Nah, I'll leave the rest of this in the description box. It's a very interesting read. So they're talking about just separating the children, teaching them Danish values, and then giving them back to parents. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see. This is very interesting. I'll keep an eye on this in the next coming years. I want to see how things are progressing 5 years from now. So anyway, that concludes international news. Coming up, national and local news. Okay, Tater, so here we come to the section where I will either read the article or read the first two paragraphs or just give a summary or just read the headlines. And if I just do the headlines, that's just a news dump. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to do my best to get through this as soon as possible because like I said, lately, even though this is a new format for me, I'm trying to get the timing down correctly and getting to an hour is just too long. So let's see if I can make it to 10, no more than 15 minutes. Wish me luck. Biden said he has cancer during speech in Massachusetts. Now, hold up. Before I play the video, right? You guys know this man, he has dementia really bad, right? I know some of you are like, oh, that explains it. You know, if he has cancer, that explains the whole shaking with the hair and him forgetting things and him constantly having cue cards. I'm like, listen, what about the sniffing of the kids, though? I'm like, what's going on with that? All right. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff that he is doing that should not be like forgiven or waved away because the C word. I don't think he has cancer. Or he may have had it. Biden is a socket licker. Remember you guys, I said, hey guys, what is another name to call Biden besides a clown? And you guys gave me some great names. And then I realized, you know what? A socket, a wall socket. He's a wall socket licker. That's what he is. That's what I'm gonna call him. Okay, here we go. Let's see. President Joe Biden said that he and many others he grew up with have cancer. The president made the comment in Massachusetts on Wednesday, that was yesterday, while delivering remarks on climate and his administration's plan to clean energy. It's a gimmick, dude. Let me see. I'm not going to quote this. I'm just going to go ahead and play the video. Here we go.
The first frost, you know what was happening. You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer.
The White House correspondent for Real Clear Politics attempt to decode Biden's strange claim that he has cancer. Philip, oh God, one of these names. Philip Weigman tweeted after the comment that Biden, quote, spent a good deal of time in the sun in his youth, a White House doc noted, and that he has had several melanoma skin cancers removed. This is perhaps what POTUS referred to when he blamed pollution for why, quote, I and some damn many other people I grew up with have cancer. Okay, I mean, that could be a cope. I hope it's a cope. Let's move on. Biden inflation pushes diesel prices sky high, smashing farmers, truckers, and consumers. Well, let me read the first paragraph. Diesel fuel is a staple for farmers and truckers who supply Americans with their essential needs, and its price has skyrocketed in recent months, driven by inflation too far outstrip regular gasoline in price hikes. And next we have Biden says, I and so damn many other. Oh, we already saved that one. I already got that one. I don't need to play that one again. So, good news, ladies and gentlemen. Out of St. Louis, the man Stephen Cannon was found guilty on all counts in the death of retired police officer David Dorn. So that is good news. Let's play this 48-second clip in reference to it from Fox News.
A Fox News alert for you. A verdict just in the case we told you about last night, the case of the murder of St. Louis Police Captain David Dorn. We are rejoined by our friend Kevin Cork, who has the story for us. Hey, Kevin.
Yeah, Tucker, just finding out about this one from the great city of St. Louis. City jurors finding Stephen Cannon guilty on murder charges, first-degree murder charges, and several other charges in the 2020 killing of retired St. Louis Police Captain David Dorn. It only took the jury 3 hours of deliberation on the third day of evidence and testimony. Cannon was the real coward in this circumstance. He crouched down and shot Dorn 10 times as looters attempted to rob Lee's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
How is this white supreme pizza, though? See what I mean? I'm so glad. I hope did he get sentenced yet? I think maybe the sentence will come up soon. Sorry about that, guys. Once I saw that face, it got triggered.
As looters attempted to rob Lee's Jewelry and Pawn Shop. Dorn was 77 years old, doing what he could to get out there and make a living and try to save this business, which was under attack. He was murdered senselessly. Tucker?
Okay. So that is good news. He's been found guilty. And if the jury only took 3 hours, that means it would have taken less than that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about what's going on over there in Louisiana. I don't know if they have the death penalty or something like that, but I hope they do, and I hope they give it to him. Eric Adams wants to sit up here and cry about how they sent the illegal aliens to New York City. Oh, but y'all are okay with them being, in Texas, Arizona, and California, but you don't want them in your nice old dirty state. Here's the thing. I showed you guys the video from Marion Bowser, and she was complaining. Now we got Eric Adams, and let me just say this: DC ain't nothing to just going to brag about, and definitely not New York City. Let's hear this person talk about that too.
This is a real burden on New Yorkers as we're trying to do the right thing. We already, as I stated, we already have an overburdened shelter system. So now we're talking about, as you stated, food, clothing, school. This is going to impact our schools because we do not turn away individuals because they're undocumented. Translation services. There's just a whole host of things that this is going to produce, and that's why we need help in getting this done, and we need the right coordination to make it happen.
Well, I'm sure you can make it work there, Eric Adams, huh? If anybody can do it, you can. Get bent. Can somebody come and get David Hogg? Now, let me tell you something. Apparently, he must think he forgot that his 13 minutes of fame is up. I have seen people try to disrupt judiciary committees. This one is so sorry. It's pitiful. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Like, dude, nobody's gonna remember this. Look at this. Watch this.
Mass shooters in your manifesto. The shooter at my high school, anti-Semitic, anti-black, and racist. The shooter in El Paso described it as an invasion. Guess what? Those guns are coming from the United States of America. They aren't coming from Mexico. They are not coming from Mexico. You are reiterating the flights of a mass shooter, sir. Sir, you are perpetuating this violence. You need to realize it's not about a Democrat or Republican. Stop these things now. Go David.
That was so pitiful. That was so pitiful. Like, look at how everybody like, oh. Yes, David. David, nobody cares about you anymore. Like, nobody cared about you. Your book was trash. It was garbage. You lost a lot of money on that. And nobody is asking you to come on their television show to give interviews. You're done. You're a loser. A loser. Okay? Loser. Owner, Mississippi's last abortion clinic, is sold and won't be reopened. Congratulations, Mississippi. All right, and this is the last one, so I think I made it to the 10-minute mark. Megan Rapinoe wanted to virtue signal at some sports award. Honey, these women at this... By the way, I know y'all gonna be like, is that a man? This is a basketball player. Do we have to go through this conversation again with my chat? This is a female basketball player. She's very tall, and, you know, she looks like this. And this one, I don't know what she is, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, this was at the ESPN YS. So it's something at the ESPN something awards. I'm not sure. Anyway, so Megan Rapinoe wants to talk about something. We're going to get her out with... No, y'all not. No, y'all not. She's in Russia. She pled guilty. The only person who is going to possibly get her out is Trump when he gets president again in 2024. Other than that, she going... By the way, Brittney Griner is going through her trial right now. And I've been talking about it. You know, I have been keeping up with it. But she's going to get found guilty. And her fine, the punishment is 10 years. So the thing about it is that she's not a political prisoner. She actually does not like America. She lives, part-time in Russia. She loves Russia. I don't know if she still loves Russia now. But she basically downed our country. So how is she a political prisoner when she admitted she broke the law? How about some accountability? Anyway, listen to this old ugly ass woman talk about something. We need to get BG out of there.
I think honestly what we've witnessed tonight is just the
what does she have
importance of sports and how much we can bring and how much we can honestly get done in the world just with our collective power. I think for me the most striking thing is that BG's not here. We've had people up on stage. We've said that before. NECA, Skylar, and Steph up there talking about it. BG deserves to be free. She's being held as a political prisoner, obviously.
Obviously she's not. Obviously, she's not. She broke the law. You know what I'm saying? If you was to go to Singapore chewing gum and you spit it in a trash can, you would get locked up too. Are you a political prisoner? No. I think Americans need to get off this arrogant mindset and thinking that people are going to cater to you and your stupidity and your recklessness because you're from America and you're in other countries. You gonna learn that other countries don't care that you're an American. They don't care. You break their laws, they will punish you. So, I mean, Brittney know what she was getting into. She been in Russia for 7 years. You think she didn't know?
And I know, listen, I don't think I'm getting political, but I do love to get political.
Oh, God.
We're probably not going to get her out tonight.
You don't get her
everyone
ever.
should enjoy the night, and we should all celebrate, the incredible accomplishments that this collective sports environment and community has had for this entire year. But tomorrow and the next week and the next day, like Sky was saying, every time we see BG's face, like NECA was saying, every time we say her name, every time it's on social media, every time we say it in interviews, it puts pressure on everybody. It puts pressure on the administration.
It don't put pressure on nobody. Nobody cares. Delusion. Oh my God, delusion. You think you're putting pressure on Biden? You don't even know her name. You don't even know what she looks like. Okay? And y'all know y'all ain't making no head waves over there in Russia. So I don't understand this mentality of every time we say her name, every time we see her picture, we gotta make her. She's just blah, 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 virtue signal, blah. That's all she doing. I'm a white woman, lesbian, and I'm gonna talk about Brittney Griner. Look at me, look at me, look at me, virtue signal.
Pressure on Russia, it puts pressure on Putin, it puts pressure on everyone. It lets BG know also.
It doesn't put pressure on Russia. This is delusion. High delusion. Sorry.
Above everything, that we love her and that we miss her and that we're thinking about her all the time. We're doing every single thing that we can to get her out, because that's honestly the most important thing. Like, what are we doing here dressed up like we are when our sister's detained abroad? But still looking great, BG. You look amazing still. I don't know how you're doing it, but...
It's called steroids. I had to fuss at my chat because it's very convincing. They think she's an actual biological man. That's why. Idiots.
We love you so much. So everything that we can do, enjoy the night, but honestly think about that, in your social media or in your media or anything that all of us do with our collective platform. We haven't done enough. None of us. We can do more.
You can't do more.
We can support her more and just let her know that we love her so much. So thank you to everyone.
Boo. All right. I think I went over 10 minutes, but anyway, that concludes the national and local news. Let's go over to social media news. So as you all know, we have been clowning AOC and Ilhan Omar for faking that they got arrested. And I told you all that she showed someone else arrest citation. She whited out all of the descriptions of that person to pretend it was her. She put it on her Instagram. She did not put it on her Twitter, and then she didn't even talk about it on her Twitter. She just let her political Twitter account talk about it. So, but on her official at AOC, she did not talk about it at all. But today she decided to make a stance because she kept getting clowned and she tired of it. So, especially after Tucker Carlson came for her, and I haven't seen the video yet. So let's watch it together, and then we'll look at what she said and how she reacted. And by the way, and she proves my point, she did not get arrested. So she even admitted, let's just say she did not say she was arrested. She said she was detained. I told you, these people are fraudulent. The Capitol Police are the federal police, and I believe that they were all in on it together. But let's listen to what Tucker has to say.
So today, several of the feistier members of Congress, that would include Sandy Cortez and Ilhan Omar, both famous on Instagram, decided to block traffic in front of the Supreme Court, because girl power means blocking traffic. And that's when police officers did something they've never done before. Those mean cops put both Sandy Cortez and Ilhan Omar in invisible handcuffs and led them away with their hands behind their back. You're seeing those images on the screen right now. Now, several media outlets picked up these images as proof that Sandy Cortez and Ilhan Omar are deeply oppressed. For Sandy Cortez, the trauma was real. Totally, it was her lived experience. She was wearing a coat in 90-degree heat. It's just the latest harrowing tale of Sandy Cortez's tenure in Congress, her life since Boston University. You may recall that nearly a year and a half ago, she almost died.
Yeah.
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has given a harrowing account of her experience
So
on
dramatic.
January 6th.
A harrowing and emotional account of what happened to her during the Capitol riot.
It's one of the most harrowing accounts so far.
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tell that harrowing story.
The harrowing story of how she hid from attackers during the Capitol riot.
Boom, boom, boom. Disclosing new harrowing details.
being Casey Hunt, looking right into the camera. Harrowing. It's very harrowing. Your average television host has a list of like 19 approved words and they must read for them. And that day, harrowing was at the top of the list.
So, okay, I'm sorry. That video was from yesterday. So today, Nancy Mace clowned her, right? And that was just a tipping point for AOC. So this is what Nancy said. Politics has become performative art. So, of course, AOC fakes being in handcuffs. Performance, not policy, is the name of the game up here. Ooh, ouch. So I guess AOC was like, okay, I've had enough of this. So now she's going to start addressing it a whole entire 24 hours later after she'd been clowned, and now she has her PR person tell her what she should say. So this is what she said. No faking here. Putting your hands behind your back is a best practice while detained. See? Detained. You see the word? Look at the word. Detained. Not arrested. Detained. Is the best practice while detained, handcuffed or not, to avoid escalating charges like resisting arrest. What are you talking about? You showed up there late, and then 5 minutes later, you guys get picked up and pretend to be arrested by the Capitol Police. There was no escalation. All you had to do was comply. And you guys put your hands behind your back like you want to sit up here and pretend. Then you got caught up in the moment and put your fists up in the air. And you be like, I forgot I'm supposed to be pretending I'm locked up. Oh, nobody knows the trouble I seen. But given how you lied about a fellow R-word survivor for points, as you put it to me, I don't expect much else from you. She is butt hurt, okay? So let me just show you the video. This is also on my Telegram. Let me show you the video from her Instagram. I do believe this is from her Instagram, where she's just so salty. And I don't know what this says. I think this says, can you even believe they're saying you quote unquote faked handcuffs? Did they not see the fist pump? Once again, you got caught up in the moment where people are like, AOC, power to the people. And you just got, because you love to have all eyes on you, AOC girl. All right, you love all the publicity. You love people cheering for you like, yay, we love you. Then you put your hands up and you forgot that quick that you're supposed to be pretending that you are in handcuffs. Never, ever, ever have I seen anybody put their hands behind their back like that, except when it's cuffed. That is a very uncomfortable position to be in. Ilhan Omar had an invisible police officer walking right beside her with her invisible cuffs. You, on the hand, actually had a Capitol Police, which is a Fed, by the way, and then you sit up there and pretend you had your handcuffs. You got called out, you got clowned. Now you're trying to daggone do a PR makeup. You're trying to make up for that. You're trying to daggone trying to fix it up. It ain't gonna work. You've been called out. This is so many times you done faked it. Anyway, let's listen to what she got to say.
Republicans' favorite hobby is to make conspiracy theories out of everything to distract you and keep you from talking about what's actually important, which is the fact that they are trying to take away your right to bodily autonomy. If I was faking that, why would I intentionally fist pump somebody? It's so silly.
It's so silly. Anyway, here's the deal. They're trying to take, they're not really trying to take your bodily autonomy, but you're trying to take our guns, so tit for tat, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, let me know what you all think about this clown, wall socket liquor. That concludes social media news. And there you have it, dear taters, the conclusion to Thursday, July the 21st, Treetop News. What did you think about the stories I had today? Hey, I don't know the time limit right now, but I think I actually made it under 40 minutes. If I did, yeah, winning. Anyway, listen, let me know what you all thought about this segment. And thank you so much for telling me certain words I can call Biden. I will write them all down and then maybe have a decision on which one I will choose from your list. So yeah, there's that. But listen, guys, don't forget to join me for if you're looking at this on a Thursday, don't forget to join me from the Treehouse News, okay? And if you see this on Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I will be streaming at 8 o'clock later on tonight, all right? So, once again, thank you so much for coming by. Be sure to like the video. Hit that like button. Just go, like button, Pretend it's AOC or Joe Biden's face, okay? And just smash it. Smash that like button. Don't forget to share it. This is a PG-rated show, all right? I think I actually slipped up and said something. I think I said a very mild. That's rare, though. Okay, so you can share the video with others, and also leave a comment below the video and let me know what you think, okay? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. Thank you so much for watching the Treetop News, and I will see you the next time. Later, taters.